The new Tampa Bay Business Journal hits newsstands today, and editor Alexis Muellner is here now to talk about some of the week's big stories. Good morning and happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday to you.
Always good to see you.
You too.
You've got some interesting news today. A public relations firm says Tampa needs a brand, and they held an event where about a half dozen ideas were tossed around.
Tom Hall, the chairman of the firm Tucker Hall, is talking about really, and we have a brand, but making Tampa actually really even cool. And he brought a bunch of ideas. He wrote a book called Ruthless Focus about how companies should really focus. But he was suggesting some really interesting things, like a pedestrian mover to connect Franklin Street and Channelside, rail that would connect St. Petersburg to Tampa, taking a cue from Savannah, which has all these beautiful parks, and trying to really work on planning that creates things like a sculpture garden. These are the things, and if we got Riverwalk done, that would really entice and make Tampa a specific brand-centric place. And I just love these ideas.
Yeah, some great ideas there. All right, now let's talk about TIA, Tampa International Airport. There's an effort underway now to build relationships and bring in some new international business.
When I first got here 10 years ago, there was just a couple of British Airways flights, but now Edelweiss, which goes from Zurich to Tampa, is going to increase its service. And then a big announcement with Copa Airlines in Panama is sparking all kinds of economic development. And we had a roundtable with Chris Mitter at the airport. The airport's been very focused under Joe Lopano to really kind of bring in this international business, and it's paying off. There's a trade mission to Panama. So as a source of economic development, international business really kind of coming of age at TIA.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody, it seems.
In a big way.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about a futuristic idea. Some might even call it scary, but cars that move without people. But USF researchers are actually trying to put this together.
Well, there's a conference this weekend actually in town. These cars without people. It just seems very odd. It seems like it wouldn't be very safe. But in fact, there's a lot. This is the future. It's one of those things we're going to look back and say, wow, did we talk about this like it was so strange? But USF, the Center for Transportation Research, is putting together a little think tank to try and organize some of the policy. Florida is one of the only, a couple of states that is actually testing this kind of technology. So I don't know what it's going to be like to see these cars without people in them. But apparently that's the future, and it's probably pretty safe because you can take traffic patterns and watch how it goes. And I don't know. It's just going to be very strange.
The future is now.
It is now. Or soon enough. Maybe not soon enough.
Interesting. You can find those stories and more in this week's Tampa Bay Business Journal. And for more Business Journal headlines, go to our website, abcactionnews.com/business.